Welcome, dear children. We are starting next topic, that is Bhakti and Sufi tradition. In this part 9, we are going to discuss some important and previous year questions. So, this is the first question. Look at here. It is asking about the presence of women during the Bhakti tradition, right? The question is one of the most striking features of Bhakti tradition was the presence of women. Explain the statement with examples from Alvar Nayanar tradition. Or you can say the question can be asked in another way, that is, explain the role of women devotees in the tradition of Alvars and. So both the questions are asked in the previous year examination, right? That is in 23 main examination and supplementary examination. So if such type of question is asked, you have to mention about the three women. The first one is Andal, second one is Kraikal Amayar, and Mirabai, right? These three women is very famous during the Bhakti movement. Although the time period of Mirabai, Andal, and Kraikal Amar is different, but all of them are very popular, right? So all of you know that Andal, she was the devotee of Lord Vishnu. Many compositions were composed by her, and even the composition of her is widely sung today also. Okay. Next one is Karaikal Amayar, right? She is the woman devotee of Lord Shiva, and she followed the path of extreme asceticism, right? So she left the home, she challenged the societal norms, right? And went to the forest. He also uh, composed many composition, and it is very popular now also. So just write these three women, and you can also write about the Mirabai, right? He was actually, this question do not asking directly about Mirabai, but she is also belonging from Bhakti movement. Okay, now this is the simple answer. Coming to the next one. How did the Chistis adopt the local language of India during the medieval period? Explain. So all of you know that when Chistis came to India, they adopted local language. Why? Obviously, they adopted this language to communicate their message to the wider audience, right? For example, uh, many assemblies, that is Khanka. Khanka is a place where the religious teachings were passed on. So look at here. This is Khanka where Pir is delivering his speech towards the Mursid. Mursid is the disciples. And these message are communicated in the local language like Hindavi. They also composed and performed Sama. What is Sama? A performance of devotional music, right? Like Kawali. And these musics are dedicated to Lord or the God. Some of the another example of local language is the composition and the verses of Baba Farid. Baba Farid belonging from Islamic origin, that is Chisti, and his composition is included in Guru Granth Sahib, that is the holy text of Punjab, yeah, Punjabi, sorry, Sikh people. So, how one person who belonging from different religion, their verses and composition are included in some other religion. So, this is the example how they were using the local language and getting popular among the local people. Question number 35. Describe the contribution of Kabir to the Bhakti movement and his impact on religious and social harmony. Simply it is asking the teachings of Kabir, right? How he promoted social harmony, right? So, Kabir was a person who have very important role in the society. How? Because his teaching was different, and it was always promoting religious harmony. What were the main teachings of him? The first one was oneness of God. He was the follower of Nirguna Bhakti. He was believing that the God do not have any form. So he were calling God as a Nirankar. And he was also reading that there is only one God. He was challenging religious division. He did not believe in polytheism. He rejected idol worship, and he also criticized all the rigid rituals that was followed in Hinduism and Islam. He used simple language, right? In his language he drew the terms from both the tradition, that is Islamic and Hindu tradition. For example, in his composition you frequently listen the word Allah, Khuda, Peer, and also Hindu's word like Alak, Nirankar. Okay, so apart from it, he also criticized the social hierarchy of Hinduism. He was against caste discrimination and the dominant position of priestly class or the ulama. He called that Nam Simran, that is chanting the names of God, is only path to salvation, right? So, and he also uh, reiterated that this is open to all. Impact on harmony. Kabir teachings provided a powerful message of human equality and universal brotherhood. So, this is how Kabir impacted the society. So, this is the uh, revision purpose answer. You can read it. Now, come to the next question, that is explain the main beliefs and teachings of Guru Nanak Dev. So, again, this question is asking about Guru Nanak Dev. Question can be asked, describe the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev, emphasizing his philosophy of oneness. So both the questions are asked in the 2024 and 2025 examination. So this is highly important question. So this question is almost similar to the previous one because all these teachers taught simple message that often related to each other. For example, as Kabir also talked about one God, Guru Nanak also talked about one God. He also talked about Nirguna Bhakti, that is the formless God, right? He also rejected the rituals, deliberate rituals like ceremonial bathing, sacrifice, idol worship. Then again, he is also asking Nam Simran as the, that is chanting the name of the God as the path of salvation, right? Rejection of caste hierarchy, again use of local language. All these points are similar to previous one. And organizing follower, he organized his follower into community, right? कलेक्टिव वर्शिप का कॉन्सेप्ट उन्होंने डिवाइस किया. He was asking for a good sangat. Sangat means the people, when they good people come together and sing song for the god, that is sangat. And then langar. What is langar? Open kitchen to all the people, for rich or poor, together they are eating at the gurudwara. So these are the message of Baba Guru Nanak. Now come to the next question. Explain the major belief and teachings of Chistis during medieval India. Again, this is also a similar type of question, right? What were the teachings of Chistis? A little bit is different. Otherwise, most of the point are same. They emphasize on love, they emphasize on intense devotion toward the god, right? Similar to Bhakti Saint. What was the role of peer? What was the role of masters? They organized communities, and these people were called peer, those who were masters, and their disciples were called murids, right? So the work of peer was guiding the disciples. And what is Ziyarat and Ur? When Peer died, his tomb, that is Dargah, became a shrine, a center of devotion, right? And every year on the day of death, they are celebrating death anniversary. Why? Because it was believed that Peer met with God on this day. Okay, so this was the belief. Then rejection of materialism. So obviously, many of the Sufis or Chistis, they came into existence because of the materialism of Caliph. That means earlier many of the people who were having post in the mosque, they were corrupted because of luxurious life. So these Chistis started adopting a life which is very simple. They were against Caliph. They were against the luxurious life of a monk, right? Then next one is abolition, adoption of local practices. Again, they were also using the local language in their khanka for teaching or communicating with the disciples. Then Sama, we already discussed, is organizing a musical assemblies. Why? So that the mindset of people become spiritual, right? And God will become closer easily. And then they were believing that Prophet Muhammad as the ideal person, perfect human being, yo insan e kamil, and they are suggesting that people should follow his step, right? So these are the beliefs of Chistis and Sufis. So this is it for the part 9. Some more questions are there in this chapter. We will discuss in next session.